Millions of people around the world know Taylor Swift as a superstar. A record-breaking artist. A billionaire musician. A performer who can fill stadiums with hundreds of thousands of fans screaming her name. But behind the awards, the fame, and the spotlight, there is another side of Taylor Swift that fans never forget. A side built on kindness. A side built on connection. A side where Taylor Swift stops being just a global icon and becomes the person someone remembers for the rest of their life. Because sometimes the most powerful Taylor Swift moments are not the ones happening on the biggest stages. They happen in small rooms, at someone's home, during a normal day that suddenly becomes unforgettable. From secretly appearing at a fan's recording session, to surprising longtime supporters when they least expected it. From giving a child a Christmas memory they would never forget, to spending more than 13 hours meeting fans face-to-face. Taylor Swift has created moments that prove her relationship with fans goes far beyond music. Today on Taylor Timeline, we're looking back at some of the most emotional and unforgettable times Taylor Swift surprised fans around the world. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Taylor Timeline and turn on notifications, because we bring you the biggest Taylor Swift stories, emotional moments, and behind-the-scenes memories. Now, let's begin with the surprises that fans never saw coming. Imagine thinking you are having a normal day in the recording studio. You walk in. You prepare to record a song. You focus on your performance. You believe this is simply another opportunity to create music connected to Taylor Swift. But then, something happens that changes everything. A superfan arrived at the studio believing he was there just to record a song. He had no idea that Taylor Swift herself was about to appear. The excitement, the confusion, the disbelief. That moment when someone realizes the person they admire is suddenly standing right in front of them. It is something most fans can only dream about. And for this fan, the dream became reality. Instead of watching Taylor from a stage or through a screen, he was standing face-to-face with the artist who had inspired him. It was not a huge stadium. It was not a major award show. It was a personal moment. And that is what made it special. Taylor has always understood that fans are not just numbers. Behind every ticket sold and every stream played, there is a real person with a story. Someone who connected with a song. Someone who found comfort in lyrics. Someone who felt understood because of her music. And moments like this show why that connection means so much. Sometimes the best surprises are the ones where nobody knows what is happening. And that is exactly what happened when Taylor created a secret event for fans. The fans were given a location. They were told to show up. But they had almost no information. They had no idea what they were walking into. They didn't know who would be there. They didn't know what the plan was. All they knew was that something special was waiting. For fans, the mystery itself created excitement. Everyone was wondering, what is happening? Why are we here? What surprise is coming? Then the moment arrived. And suddenly, the mystery became a memory they would never forget. Because meeting Taylor Swift is already special. But meeting her when you least expect it? That creates a completely different kind of emotion. The surprise. The shock. The happiness. Those are the moments fans remember forever. For many fans, attending a Taylor Swift concert is a dream. Thousands of people. A huge stage. A massive crowd. But imagine something even more unbelievable. Taylor Swift coming directly to you. That is exactly what happened when Taylor surprised longtime fans by visiting their home and performing a personal concert just for them. The fans believed they were simply receiving a normal moment. They had no idea Taylor was about to arrive. Then suddenly, there she was. Not on a giant stage. Not surrounded by thousands of people. Just Taylor, her guitar, and a small group of fans who could not believe what was happening. Taylor explained that she knew fans wanted to see her perform, but she did not know when the next tour would happen. So instead, she decided to bring the concert to them. And that is such a powerful example of Taylor's relationship with fans. She did not wait for the perfect stage. She created the perfect moment. Because sometimes the most unforgettable performances are not the biggest ones. They are the ones that feel personal. Taylor Swift has surprised fans in many ways. But some moments are especially emotional because they are about making someone happy during an important time in their life. One of those moments happened when Taylor decided to become Santa herself. Taylor wanted to surprise a young boy named Leighton. She had met his mother before, but she had never met him. So instead of sending a simple gift, Taylor decided to personally deliver the surprise. She traveled to Connecticut with Christmas presents for him. The family believed they were receiving a normal delivery. They had no idea Taylor Swift was about to arrive. Then came the unforgettable moment. Taylor appeared with gifts and a smile. For that family, it was not just about receiving presents. It was about creating a memory, a moment they would tell forever. Because sometimes a small act of kindness can become someone's biggest memory. For most fans, receiving a birthday message from Taylor Swift would already be unforgettable. A simple, happy birthday, from the person whose music changed their life would be something they would remember forever. But imagine something much bigger. Imagine Taylor Swift showing up in person. That is exactly what happened when Taylor decided to surprise one of her biggest fans on his birthday. The fan had no idea that his special day was about to become one of the most incredible moments of his life. He thought it was going to be a normal celebration. But then, Taylor appeared. And suddenly, a regular birthday became a memory that would last forever. But Taylor didn't just stop by for a quick hello. She created something much more personal. She gave him a private performance. She sang for him. She shared a moment that was not about cameras, fame, or a massive audience. It was simply about making one fan feel special. One of the most beautiful parts of Taylor's surprises is that she often remembers the details. She doesn't just show up. She knows the songs that matter. She understands why certain moments are important. And that personal connection is what makes fans feel seen. Because for someone who has millions of supporters around the world, taking time to make one person feel important means everything. Taylor Swift's music has been part of millions of people's stories. For some fans, her songs were there during difficult times. For others, her lyrics gave them confidence. For many, Taylor became an inspiration to be themselves. And during one special fan meeting, Taylor got to hear those stories directly. The fans were not only excited because they were meeting a famous singer. They were emotional because they were meeting someone who had influenced their lives. One fan explained how Taylor inspired her to be herself and helped her become stronger. Another fan shared how Taylor's music had been part of her life since childhood. She remembered buying Taylor's first CD and listening to songs that stayed with her for years. The emotions became overwhelming. Taylor listened carefully. She thanked them. And she reminded them that their stories mattered too. The beautiful thing about moments like this is that the conversation goes both ways. Fans often say Taylor's music changed their lives. But Taylor has also said many times that fans inspire her. They give meaning to the songs. They show her that the stories she writes can reach people in ways she never imagined. For many celebrities, meeting fans can sometimes feel rushed. A quick photo, a quick greeting, a short interaction. But Taylor Swift has always tried to create something different. During these fan meetings, fans were shocked that Taylor remembered details about them. Their names, their posts, their stories. Small things that they never expected a global superstar to know. And that made the experience even more emotional. One fan described how unbelievable it felt that Taylor knew who she was. Not just as another person in a crowd, but as an individual. That is a powerful reason why Taylor's fan relationship is so unique. She has built a community where people feel connected. Fans don't only support the music. They feel like they are part of the journey. Some of the sweetest Taylor Swift moments happen when she surprises younger fans. During the Lover era, Taylor created special moments with young supporters who could barely believe they were standing in front of her. The excitement was immediate. The smiles, the hugs, the disbelief. For these fans, it was not just meeting a celebrity. It was meeting someone they admired deeply. Taylor greeted them warmly and made sure they felt comfortable. She asked about them. She encouraged them. And she reminded them how proud she was of their dreams and goals. One of the most touching parts was how Taylor treated these young fans. She didn't make the moment about herself. She made it about them. She wanted them to feel important. She wanted them to remember that moment forever. And judging by their reactions, they absolutely did. Some surprises are fun. Some are exciting. But some moments are much deeper. One of Taylor Swift's most emotional surprises involved a young fan facing a serious illness. For that child and family, the visit was not just about meeting a superstar. It was about creating happiness during a difficult time. Taylor spent time talking, laughing, and sharing a genuine moment. The conversation was filled with personality and warmth. They talked about things they enjoyed, including movies and funny characters. For a moment, it was not about illness. It was about joy. It was about creating a memory. And that is what makes these moments so powerful. Taylor did not just bring a gift. She brought an experience. A moment where someone could forget everything else and simply enjoy being happy. Sometimes a fan's biggest dream can happen in the most unexpected place. During an appearance on The Ellen Show, Taylor was given the opportunity to surprise a fan. The fan had created a sweet video showing her love and support for Taylor. When Taylor saw it, she wanted to do something special. The fan's reaction was unforgettable. The shock, the happiness, the tears, the disbelief. Then Taylor revealed an incredible surprise. She was sending the fan to Nashville with tickets. It was a perfect example of Taylor's ability to turn a simple moment into something life-changing. For Taylor, it was a small gesture. For the fan, it was a memory she would carry forever. When people talk about Taylor Swift's success, they often mention the albums, the awards, the records, the stadium tours. But there is another reason behind her incredible career. Her relationship with fans. Taylor has always understood that fans are the reason the music continues living. Songs become memories because people attach their own stories to them. And Taylor never forgets that. That is why these surprise moments are so powerful. Because they show the person behind the superstar. Not just Taylor Swift the performer, but Taylor Swift the person. When people think about meeting Taylor Swift, they usually imagine a few seconds. A quick photo. A short conversation. Maybe a handshake. But Taylor Swift created something completely different. Something that fans would never forget. A moment that became legendary. A fan experience that lasted not minutes, not hours, but more than 13 hours. Yes. Taylor Swift spent an entire day meeting fans, listening to their stories, taking pictures, sharing conversations, and creating memories one person at a time. And what made this even more incredible was that Taylor was not simply standing there for photos. She was fully present. She was listening. She was connecting. Every fan had a story. Every fan had a reason why Taylor's music mattered to them. And Taylor wanted to hear those stories. During the long fan meeting, something unexpected happened. Fans started giving Taylor friendship bracelets. At first, it was just one bracelet. Then another. And another. Slowly, the bracelets began stacking up. Before long, Taylor's entire arm was covered. It became a beautiful symbol of the connection between Taylor and her fans. The bracelets were not just accessories. They represented memories, friendships, and the special bond created through her music. Taylor even started asking fans to write the number of hours they had been there. As the day continued, fans would mark each hour that passed. Hour 3. Hour 4. Hour 5. The experience became something everyone was sharing together. It was no longer just a meet and greet. It became a community moment. A day where Taylor and her fans created something they would remember forever. The most surprising part about the 13-hour event was not only the length. It was Taylor's dedication. For an entire day, Taylor kept meeting fans. No major breaks. No sitting down for long periods. She continued talking, smiling, taking photos, and making every person feel important. Taylor later explained that she did not want to stop because the fans were not stopping either. They were waiting. They were excited. They had traveled and prepared for this moment. And Taylor wanted to give them the experience they deserved. She even performed with her guitar during the event. Despite being tired, she continued because she knew how meaningful the moment was. After spending so many hours meeting people, anyone would expect Taylor to be exhausted. And eventually, she was. But what kept her going was the fans themselves. Taylor explained that every time she turned around, there was another emotional story. Another person sharing what her music meant. Another fan showing genuine appreciation. And those moments gave her energy. Because for Taylor, this was never just about taking pictures. It was about hearing the impact of her work. A song that helped someone through a difficult time. A lyric that gave someone confidence. An album that became part of someone's life. Those stories reminded Taylor why the connection mattered. During the entire meet and greet, Taylor was running on excitement. The energy of the fans kept her going. The emotions kept her focused. But after everything ended, when Taylor finally got into the car and left, that was when she started feeling the exhaustion. The adrenaline was gone. And suddenly, she realized just how much she had done. Her legs hurt. Her feet hurt. Standing for so many hours had taken a toll. But even then, Taylor said it was completely worth it. Because the memories created that day were more important than the exhaustion. Many artists have fans. But Taylor Swift has built something much deeper. A relationship. A community. A connection. Her fans do not only listen to songs. They experience them. They attach memories to them. They create friendships because of them. And Taylor recognizes that. She understands that behind every fan is a person with their own story. That is why moments like these are so powerful. Because Taylor Swift is not only creating music. She is creating memories. Taylor Swift's career has reached incredible heights. Record-breaking albums. Historic tours. Global recognition. But the moments that often mean the most are not always the biggest achievements. Sometimes they are the quiet moments. A surprise visit. A personal conversation. A hug. A fan realizing their favorite artist knows their story. Those are the moments that create a lifelong connection. Because fame can create distance. But Taylor Swift has always tried to close that distance. She reminds fans that they matter. And that is why millions of people continue supporting her. Not only because of the music, but because of the person behind it. From secret studio appearances, to surprise concerts at fans' homes, from emotional meetings with young supporters, to a legendary 13-hour fan event, Taylor Swift has created unforgettable memories for the people who support her most. These moments prove that behind the superstar image, there is someone who understands the importance of kindness, gratitude, and connection. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Taylor Timeline for more Taylor Swift stories, emotional moments, and behind-the-scenes updates. Like this video, share it with another Swiftie, and tell us in the comments, which Taylor Swift fan surprise was your favorite? This is Taylor Timeline. And we'll see you in the next story. Microphone.